What is this? Strange intro music. Load. Alright then. Yeah. Da 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 da. My awakening is dark. Perhaps I just don't dream much, but unless something really special happens, I always seem to have the same dream. Sword. What I imagine are swords. I don't know why it is, but this is the only thing that comes into my mind. There's no meaning or reason to it. It may just be one aspect making up Emiya Shiro. There are no dreams to dream. The only things I recall from sleep are things I was taught a long time ago. For example, about Meiji. Even if I'm an amateur, if I'm a magus, it's only natural for me to understand the kind of world I live in. To put it simply, a magus is an exception in conflict with modern society. But even exceptions must band together to survive. Father told me that the group on Meiji is called the Magic Association. He also said that I shouldn't associate with them. The group called the Magic Association hides magic and organizes a Meiji. They basically keep watch to see that Meiji do not affect society with magic. But the strange part is that they do not prohibit misuse of magic. According to Kirisugu Gitsu, the Magic Association is only interested in the concealment of magic. Even if a major carries out research at the expense of the lives of many ordinary people, the Magic Association will not punish him. But their priority is that magic should not become public, so they do not ban magic. So they're crazy people who think that you can do anything as long as you don't get caught. Anyway, the surveillance of the Magic Association is thorough. Most magical research would cost the lives of ordinary people, and as a result, the existence of magic would become public. So the association does not allow research that would harm society. So Meiji stay at home and research quietly, while the normal world carries on unmolested. Hence, Meiji only try to hide themselves to escape the association. So perhaps I just don't know it, and May just lives in this town. I hear Fuyugi City is a spiritually excellent area. Such an area always has a distinguished magus with a history. They are called the second owner, and the lead and the association entrust the area to them. Meiji who would live in the area must visit them and obtain their permission to construct a workshop. Looking at it like that, we're thieves living here without the permission of the landlord. Father was an outlaw who cut ties with the association and moved here without the consent of the administrator of Fuyuki. The owner doesn't know that Emiya Kirisuku was a magus, and Kirisuku didn't know who the owner was. With a reason like that, I think our position is ambiguous. Father, the real magus has passed away. So, that Tonosaka girl, when I died, she thought it was normal, right? But she also said that she was aware that someone else has magic, but they don't have enough to be a threat. So is there like 3 mages in this school? Father the magus passed away, and I, his son, and the pupil don't know the Magic Association and have not the skills to be a magus. From the association's point of view, they would want to catch an amateur like me doing things, but I've seen no movement yet. No, I've heard that Japan is relatively hidden from the eyes of the association, so I think that I have just not been found out. But that doesn't mean I can let my guard down. People say that the eyes of the association are everywhere. On top of that, if you commit a crime with magic, the heretic hunters of the church will come after you. That just means that whatever you use magic for, lack of care will create enemies. I, Emiya Shiro, just have to study independently, taking that into account. Okay. I wake up to the sun shining in through the window. The sun may have just risen as it's still dark, a bit dark outside. I'm really not good at the mornings. I get up trying not to be defeated by the morning chill, and quickly fold up my futon. It's 5:30. One of my strengths is waking up at this time. No matter how late I go to sleep, I do sometimes make mistakes and wake up like late like yesterday, but I usually wake up this early. I think alarm clocks are degenerate, so I haven't used one since I was a kid. Alright, breakfast. Since I let Sakuya do all the work yesterday, I have to return the favor this morning. I should finish preparing before Sakuya arrives. Okay. I cook rice and make some minced soup. It was a radish and carrot yesterday, so I make onion and potato minced soup today. I also make the usual broth, egg, and broth boil, and I'm done. I cut and salt the saucy, the sori, and stop just before cooking it. You're right, that should do. It's almost 6 o'clock. I finished earlier than expected, so I have some extra free time. So what should I do? I don't know. Yeah, I guess I can train for a bit if I have this much time. The morning exercises are my daily routine, so I'll go and move my body a bit. Okay. Have fun doing that, I guess. The Emiya household has a splendid dojo. It was built for pleasure when the house was built, so there's no particular purpose to it. Well, Fujini is using it for herself, though. I heard that this place was Fujini's playground even before I came here. Before, but, but I became Kisubuga's student and I started using this place a lot, so Fujini hated me back then. Well, there's only one thing to do now that I'm here. Even the mages cannot neglect to train their body. One of the requirements for mages is to have excellent physical abilities. While Kisubuga was alive, we had many matches here. While it was pretty much him beating me, so I didn't learn anything about how to win in a fight. But I think I learned the difference between a fight and a battle. In other words, I was taught the difference between killing your opponent and beating your opponent. Knowledge and experience are different. Unless I know in advance, it's hard to tell whether I'm involved in a fight or a murder. It's a simple story. As long as you learn magic, you might destroy yourself. And times will come when you have to fight. For mages, a fight means killing each other. So I think what Kisuga wants to teach me was to prepare my mind for the prospect of death. But it's been a while since my teacher passed away. On my own, all I can do are simple exercises, things like push-ups, sit-ups, and stretching. Not different from the morning practice I did in the archery club. The only difference is if I'm training lightly or heavily. Oh, hi. Good morning, Senpai. Have you finished preparing breakfast already? I guess he has. I don't know. Yeah, breakfast is done. All that's left is setting up the table and cooking the fish. Okay. Oh, I'll help then. I'll prepare the dishes. Okay. Sakuya is cheerful. And behind that, admirable junior. Oh, this is the smell of Shiro's omelette. I see you're making breakfast this morning. Fujini moves closer to the table. So to the table. Well, that side. First I have to cook the fish I've prepared. Sakuya, can you use the dishes in the middle? That will make it look better. Huh? This one with bumps? Yeah, that. You have to think about the plates too, or it's an oversight. Oh, and the radish is already grated. Sakuya takes out the dishes from the back. I think I saw a faint bruise on her wrist when she leaned forward. Hold on, Sakuya. Yes, what is it, senpai? What's that mark on your wrist? Oh, she looks away awkwardly, and that tells me who caused that bruise. Um, Shinji again, huh? What does he think he's doing beating on his sister? That's not it, senpai. Well, I've fallen and hurt myself. I'm a bit slow, you know. So I fall and get hurt a lot. Don't be stupid. How can you get a bruise like that from falling over? It seems Shinji isn't tired of getting beat up yet. No, senpai. This does not have anything to do with Nissan. I already did this myself, so you can't get mad. Sakuya falls silent. Sakuya looks calm, but seems pretty abs abstained. It's useless to say anything to her now. Alright, if you say so, so I'll leave it at that. Alright. Yes, I'm sorry, senpai. Why are you apologizing? It's Shinji's fault. At the mention of Shinji's name, Sakuya looks away awkwardly. Oh, okay. In other words, he's the cause of that bruise. Shinji has a bad habit of being hard on his sister Sakuya. I first noticed it about a year ago. Sakuya was injured sometimes and she would just evade my questions when I asked about it. When I asked Shinji about it, of all things, he said he was the one who hit Sakuya. When I asked him why he hit her, he said that he just hit her because he felt like it. After that, I got pissed and did to Shinji what he did to Sakuya. Since then, we've been estranged. I still don't regret punching him, but I think it's my fault that Sakuya is being treated worse. Senpai, did you work things out with Nissan? Yeah, I did. We didn't have a fight or anything, so it's not like this was anything to work out. It might be like that for you, but Nissan thinks you guys had gotten a fight. So, well, please be careful. He says strange things sometimes. Be careful, you mean of Shinji? Yes, I think Nissan thinks of you as an enemy, and he thinks that you quit the club because of him. That's not true. Me quitting the club had nothing to do with Shinji. Well, maybe a bit, but it's still not something you should worry about. Like Shinji says, this is certainly indecent. I pointed at my right shoulder. There's a scar there. It happened about a year and a half ago. A shipment collapsed on me during work and I hurt my right shoulder. I got out with a broken bone, but the shipment was a hazardous one, and I got burn on my skin. After that accident, I quit the archery club. My school archery club emphasizes formalities as they let it shoot formally even as students. The men expose their right shoulder when they shoot. Shinji commented that it might be indecent for someone shooting formally to have a scar on their shoulder. Since I was getting busy with the work, I quit the archery club right then. Senpai, I might be persistent, but are you really not shooting anymore? Fujimura-sensei said your injury shouldn't be a problem. What are you saying? Fujini wouldn't think it's a problem even if I broke every bone in my body. Senpai, I'm being serious. Sakuya glances up at me like she wants to say something. I should answer seriously too, but I can't give her the answer she wants. I don't have time to do club activities for now. I like archery, but it's not something I prioritize, so I'm taking some time off from it. How long is some time? I guess until I feel like it. Well, I'll try to make it back before you graduate. Welcome me then, Sakuya. I pat Sakuya's shoulder. Sakuya stares blankly at it for a while and then... Oh yes, I'll be waiting. And she nods so powerfully that it seems she might drop the plate she's holding. Oh, that's not good. It's almost 7:30. Sakuya and Fujini have already left for their morning club practice. I went to school early yesterday but because EC wanted me to, but I leave my house at the usual time today. Okay. Ba 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 ba. I went to an unusual scene when I reached the intersection. What is this sound? Several police cars are parked outside a house. Oh, that makes sense. Something must have happened, as it's noisy and lots of people are surrounding the area. I'm curious, but I cannot tell what's going on with all the people surrounding it. I have no time, so I should prioritize school. Was someone killed? Damn majors. I reached school 10 minutes before the bell. I entered the main gate as usual. Hey, morning, Emiya. Morning. I bumped into a familiar female student. What? You have not changed yet? Mitsuzuri? It's almost home. You shouldn't have time to say hello to me. You're right. Your code is over, Emiya. She laughs as if something is really funny. Mitsuzuri Ayako. She's my classmate in the first year and she's now the captain of the archery club. She's very insightful and everyone expected her to become captain since the first year. Well, in other words, her mental age is older than her real age, so she's the older sister type everyone counts on since she was in the first year. Though she gets mad when people say that according to her, she's not that old. Huh? Were you just thinking badly of me? Maybe. I wouldn't dream of it. I was just thinking objectively about the truth. Though it's up to you if you want to feel angry about it. Oh, you don't say. That's good. You answered honestly, but you never revealed what you were thinking about. You don't let your guard down like Shinji does. Shinji, what does he have to do with this? Because you guys are friends. You're the only male friend he has, right? And you might have forgotten, but I'm the captain of the archery club. Don't you think it's only natural for me to connect the current problem student and the problem student that quit? Yeah, that's certainly natural. The archery club has nothing to do with it. But I certainly do have an unsavory and inseparable relationship with him. Oh, that makes me mad. You get so cold when talking about the archery club. You've got it nice. You left Shinji behind and just quit. Couldn't you just think about those who were left, like me and Sakuya? Did Shinji do something again? A day doesn't pass when he doesn't do something. But still, yesterday was a bit too much. He even made a guy from the first year quit. Mitsuri sighed seriously. It's rare for her to make a face like this, but even more than that, I can't know what she just said. What's that? She didn't quit, why? Shinji took his anger out on him. He got loads of female students around him and made the kid who has barely started pounding bows shoot. He laughed at him until he hit the target. Huh? And you let that happen? Of course I didn't, but a captain's busy, you know. I can't always be in the dojo, you know that. That's true, but what the hell was Shinji thinking? He does teach people very harshly, but he's not the type to make fun of people like that. I'm surprised you really are like that. What do you mean by that? Were you thinking badly of me? Oh, I was just thinking objectively about the truth, so it's up to you if you want to feel angry about it. Stop copying me. Fine, but what about Shinji? Did he act like that? Why did he act like that? From what I heard, it was something like getting turned down harshly by Tosaka. Yeah, I remember that. Huh? You mean that Tosaka? There's no other Tosaka at our school. I'm talking about the honor student, class 2A, Miss Perfect Tosakurin. I don't think I've heard that nickname before. It's the first time I've heard that nickname, but I would probably agree with it. With Tosaka involved, I can understand even Shinji getting turned down, and most of all, if it was Tosaka, I can see her refusing him mercilessly. Anyway, Shinji's been like this since yesterday. That's why I've had to keep an eye on the dojo until now today. Shinji has a terrible temper. I know it's bad, but keep up the hard work, Mitsuri. Okay, but Shinji knows when to stop. You know, I feel like he'll do something really bad if he asks her out again and he gets turned down again. No, even Shinji wouldn't approach someone who turned him down. He's pretty good about that kind of thing. Is that so? But he can't help it if the person who turned him down comes near him. I don't know why, but Tosaka comes and visits the dojo pretty often. You quit, so you wouldn't know. That's the first time I've heard of it. Tosaka doesn't have any club activities for personal reasons. I thought she went straight home since she even turned down the recommendation to join the student council. Well, maybe that sort of thing is good every now and then. He has a haughty attitude, so it might be good for him to have a hard time for once. Mitsuri says some dangerous things. Come to think of it, I heard that Tosaka has many enemies. Could a Mitsuri be one of them? Hey Mitsuri, that's going to... Oh, it's almost time. Bye Emiya. Come and assume my archery skills sometimes. Mitsuri hurries off. She's just like always, but I like that part of her. Feeling calmer now, I head for the classroom. Okay. It's lunchtime. Oh, it is? Our school has a splendid cafeteria and most students eat there. But there are some old-fashioned students who bring their own lunches. Two of them happen to be me and the student council president in front of me. Hello. Emiya, could you give me some of that fried chicken? My lunch is desperately lacking in meat. Sure, but why is your lunch so plain? You live in a temple, but there aren't any teachings prohibiting meat or alcohol, right? Such an anachronism. It's just my father's way. He says there's no luxurious food for a young priest, and that I should have to work for what I want. I'm thinking of running away and joining the circus. Oh yeah, that sounds like that guy. Ishi's father is a priest of the Ryudo temple and a bold guy who's old friends with the old man at Fujini's place. He can't expect a normal personality when he's friends with a guy like that. That's great. Well then I'll give you one in the hope of a repayment someday. I handed him my lunchbox. Oh no, my food, you stole it all. Thank you, this too is part of my religious training. What, taking people's food? Isu bows deeply. How can I put this? I never know what to say when things like this remind me that he's the son of a priest. Oh, by the way, Emiya, did you know there was something going on around the 2nd Avenue? It's right around the intersection where we part. Intersection? The intersection this morning. He must mean that clamor with all the police cars. I heard that there was a murder. I don't know the details, but of the family of 4, only the child survived. They say the older sister and the parents were stabbed to death. But what's strange is that they think the weapon was a long one, not like a knife or something. A long weapon? He must have mean something like a sword. It was a murder, so that must mean the sister and the parents were killed. Okay. I picture it. Someone barging in during the night, unjust violence, a once unsighted a pillage, like an accident, slashed parents, the sister killed, without even knowing what's going on to the side, and the child covered in blood. Issy, have they caught the murderer? It doesn't seem like it. Accidents from faulty construction in Shinto and murders here. It's no wonder they're making the curfew here at school. What's wrong, Emiya? Did you choke on something? Nothing. What's wrong? No, I was just surprised since you had a nasty expression. Sorry, this wasn't something I should have talked about during lunch. Issy tries to soften the air apologetically. I was fine with the topic, but was I really making such a nasty face? And then there's a quiet knock at the door. Hello, excuse me, is Ryudo here? Huh? Oh yeah, so where's it, Sensei? Yes, Issy addresses Kazuki, who just entered. It might be a simple talk about the student council, as Issy seemed pretty relaxed. Wow, that's not something you see every day. Despite his appearance, Issy's very shy. The guy who draws a line against his classmates and even his teachers is letting his guard down with Kizuki. Maybe they get along because they're both so serious. Kizuki so Ichu, the teacher in charge of class 2A, is serious and stubborn. Probably that aspect helps him get along with Issy, who prizes order and discipline. The two continue to talk, all the while I can't get the story of the murderer out of my head. Oh. Classes end, and it's time to go home. I cannot go anywhere as I have work today. Oh. I should leave school and go straight to the neighboring town, but... You know, to the dojo. So worried about the conversation I had this morning, I made my way to the archery club before I knew it. Jeez, what am I doing? According to Mizuzuki, Tosaka comes here often. She's not here today. She's out with what's his face? The archer guy. Well, I don't really care about that, but I know that Shinji gets angry at her. Is going to be a problem. Shinji just doesn't stop when he gets angry. It's bad if Shinji gets violent just because she turned him down. I don't know why it's bad. It's just bad. It makes me feel bad just thinking about it, so I had to stop it all from happening. Tosaka's not here. Tosaka isn't around. You know, Mizuki worries were needless. Oh, who's not here? I spin around. Oh, hi, Issy. So who's not here? And there's Issy, who I just left behind. Oh, it's you, Issy. Don't scare me like that. Oh, well, you were looking at the dojo suspiciously. So who's not there? Tosaka, I heard that she had an argument with Shinji yesterday, so I came to see how things were. Oh, wow. This is suspicious. You gave your reasons without being asked. I as to whose wasn't here. What I do shouldn't concern you. But yes, that's right, but it's useless, Emiya. Tosaka won't be here. That's because she intentionally skipped school today. What? Skipped school so she was absent today? I see she's absent. Wait, Issy, how can you say she skipped school? I don't think she would do such a thing. Of course she will. She won't catch a cold. As I see it, she's evil. You'll be eaten if you let her looks deceive you, Emiya. She did skip school, you're right. Issy, how did you figure it out? Somehow Issy's words annoy me. Why? It's true that I don't know her, but I can't imagine that she's a bad person. You're going too far, Issy. Tosaka can't be like that. Skipping school is evil. Well, you after Tosaka too? Oh, I'm sorry. Please don't know what I just said. And, after Tosaka, you said anything like that. Don't jump to conclusions. I just thought it'd be bad if Shinji got into trouble again. So you're planning to stop Shinji if he attacks Tosaka, huh? You're playing a unrewarded role again. I don't really care, but you have bad taste, Emiya. It's not unrewarded since I haven't done it, but Issy, didn't you say something strange? Huh? You mean that going after Tosaka is bad taste? Yeah, Tosaka's really popular. I haven't heard any bad rumors about her. Yeah, none. And that's exactly what I don't like about it. Issy looks away, snorting. What don't you like about it? Everything, this woman is a fox. A schoolgirl, a monster. I just don't like her, psychologically. I won't say anything bad, but you, should try to hate her too. Issy, don't you always say we shouldn't talk badly of people behind their backs? Idiot. This doesn't count as talking behind her back. I'm speaking so that she can hear it. No wonder I feel someone's eyes from the archery dojo. Thank God. I'm so glad Tosaka is absent today. Please, Issy, please restrict yourself to talking behind people's backs. Alright, if you say so. But I wasn't insulting her at all. I was only saying that I'm on guard against her. That should be within my rights. But you were saying things like a monster and fox, and I think the term schoolgirl is discrimination. Is it? Oh, why? No, that was just praise. There are good foxes and monsters too. I only applied the term to describe Tosaka. Katsu. Issy laughs. Well, I'll be going. I'm going back to the student council room, but you're going to work where you shouldn't have time to play around like this. I must feel refreshed now that he said everything he wanted to say as he leaves calmly. I've known him for 2 years now, but I still don't understand his personality. Issy's gone. Oh, where am I? Did I finish work? 20 minutes after taking the bus from my school, I arrive at the neighborhood town of Shinto across the bridge. Oh, it's not 5 o'clock yet. I guess I still have some time. Miyama City is a residential district, so there's no part-time jobs there, but the developing Shinto has many available. The school approves of students having part-time jobs, so I work a few easy ones. I prefer hard physical labor that ends as quickly as possible. It's killing 2 birds with 1 stone, as it builds my body while I get paid for it. Okay. Okay, today's job is simply loading, is a simple loading job from 5 to 8 o'clock. Even though it's only 3 hours, there's 6 hours worth of work to do. They make you run around without 10 minutes rest, so I should rest when I can, even if it's just for 10 minutes. It's a waste of energy walking around until my job, so I guess I'll rest in the park. Alright. I was here. Well, oh, this is where Tosaka is. Tosaka ran, right? The park among the buildings is like a big field. A park should be filled with people, like families and lovers on weekends, but it's simply empty here now. No, this place is always desolate. This place is the same as always. I'm a bit sad. The Atsunegachi grounds look awful compared to the neatly organized surroundings. The desolate area makes the wind feel cold. This is the remains of the conflagration 10 years ago. And this place where I was saved from burning to death. Oh, I was saved during the last war? I wonder why they don't plant grass here. It's a waste to keep it like this. It's a large area, so if they retiled it, the park would get bigger. Thinking absentmindedly, I sit down on a bench. I stare at the burned land to pass the time. I don't remember what happened here back then. I probably don't remember because I was a kid and it wouldn't have been an easy scene to memorize. All I can remember is that it was hot and I couldn't breathe, and that people died trying to save me. I wonder why. For example, an adult that tried to save a child from a burning house, he saved the child but died in its place. For example, there were people who had their throats burned, but they gave a little water they had to one guy and the others died. For example, there was someone who ran alone to get away from the fire as fast as possible, and everyone that he passed on the way died. And for example, people who died because they gave away something that was saving them, only to save other people they didn't even know. I didn't like things like that. It makes me mad that those who tried hard were sacrificed. Am I greedy to want an ending where everyone is safe and happy? All I wanted was to see people relax peacefully, so why couldn't I manage such a simple thing? What were you supposed to do? That's difficult. What you wanted to save everyone. Kiritsu answered so to the question I asked as a child. Of course, as a child I denied it, because Kiritsu saved me. I knew he was a sorcerer who could do anything. I knew he was a superhero who couldn't ignore people in need, who saved them with no benefit. So I believe Kutsuruku could have saved everyone back then. When I told him that, he made a troubled expression and said something that I remember to this day. Shiro, saving one person means not saving another. Look, a superhero can only save the person who he has saved. It's obvious, but that is the definition of a superhero. And I understand that. It's obvious now that he said it. Let's say there's a robber and some hostages, and the robber insists to kill the hostages. With the normal method, most of the hostages will be killed. Even if you use a miraculous method to save all of the hostages, there will be some one person who isn't saved. That, of course, is the robber whose hostages were rescued. The people a superhero saves are only those he decides to save. That's why even God cannot save everyone. All the more so, it's a natural disaster. No one could have saved everyone. The fight 10 years ago was like that. It's not something I who miraculously saved from it can talk about now. But I don't want that. I don't want such a thing. I don't want help that has a limited capacity. You have to help, no matter how impossible it is. I can't stand to have a stranger dying around me like back then. So if I had been there 10 years ago, even if it was impossible, I would have just gone into the fire and I would have certainly have died in vain. That's for certain. Geez, I'm hopeless. It may be. Yeah, it's already 5 o'clock. The 5 o'clock bell rings. I stand up quickly and make my way to work. I can see Tosaku in. Okay. It's night now. When my job's done, the sun has already set. It's a bit before 8. I finished 10 minutes early because I worked too hard. It seems I worked frantically since I went to that place before work. Here in front of the station, the night's just getting started. There are lots of people and a constant flow of cars on the road. The buildings are still lit up, and just looking at them makes me feel like I'm watching a giant festival of illuminations. I guess I don't have to buy anything for Fujini. I walk while looking up the light in the building. It's the biggest building in Shinto, so I can't see the top very clearly. I just gaze up at the building. I just enjoy the night scenery. It's Tosakurin. When I think I see something out of place, what was that? I stop and stare at the rooftop. I focus my eyes, looking at the things as small as grain of rice. It's Tosakurin. I was looking at her. It looks like someone I know. Why is she there? What would she be doing there? With her long hair fluttering and doing nothing, she looks down at the town. It doesn't seem like she notices me down here. No, there's no way she could see me. She's so high that I with better eyesight than most can barely see her by improving my vision with magical energy. I can recognize her since she's standing there alone, but there's no way she could have noticed me down here amongst all these people. She's just looking down at the town. Maybe she's looking for something, as I can feel her sharp stare even down here. I forgot about time and kept staring, looking up at the girl standing in the sky. She is on top of a tall tower. She's like a witch looking down at the earth with the moon behind her. She's gone. Oh, and then she must have done whatever she was doing as she disappears. Her figure disappeared in the scenery. The scene returns to the beautiful view of the night. That was Tosaka, right? Yes, it was Tosaka. I have no proof, but I think I'm right. There are many girls with looks that stand out that much, and more than that, I'm not stupid enough to mistake a girl I secretly admire. I see, but still, well, you secretly admire her? Tosaka has some strange hobbies. Okay. Unlike Shinto, there's no one in Miyama City. After 8 o'clock, there are no people around, and the town is terribly quiet. At the junction is the house I saw this morning. There's no sign of people, and the door has a do not enter sign. After only one day, the house is as quiet as an abandoned building. Parents and older sisters were killed by the burglar. What kind of life remains for the child left behind? I bit my tongue, feeling powerless. Even after swearing to become like Kirisugi, I can't do anything about something that happened so close by. Even though I wanted to help someone, in the end I don't even know what I can do. Isn't like what's her face was to be talking to someone? Cause I remember when I was in the Osaka thingy, she was talking to someone. I climbed the hill and reached Emiya's house, the Emiya house. The lights are still on, so Sakura or Fujini must still be there. Okay. Hello. I'm home. Oh, it's just you, Fujini. Oh, welcome back, Shiro. Yeah, Sakura's talking to that person. Fujini turns around munching on a rice cracker. The TV shows a loud variety show. Geez, coming home at a time like this again. I told you to come home early, since it gets dark in the winter. I am home early. I'm taking part-time jobs that finish tonight at 8, so don't be so unreasonable. So where's Sakura? It looks like dinner's ready, but... Sakura-chan went home early. She said she had something to do today, so she just cooked dinner and left. Fujini says so happily. As far as she's concerned, anyone who cooks for her is a good person. I see, that might be a good idea for a while. It's been dangerous recently, so maybe I should just cook dinner myself until next term. What? I protest. You come home so late. Shiro, if you don't cook until after that, we won't eat dinner. We won't eat until after 10. Hold on. Can't you just eat at home? What? I am at home. Fujini seems puzzled. Honestly, I'm not sure if that makes me happy or sad. Alright, I understand. I can't expect you to cook for yourself, can I? Anyway, what's that thing by your feet? Don't tell me you've picked up junk again. Fujini has a terrible sense of habit of leaving junk at my place. Large bowls from restaurants, a heavy teapot she got in the shopping district, a strange guitar that plays by itself. I think she thinks of this place as some kind of warehouse. Let me see, I'll throw away if it's just junk. This, huh? It's a poster that was left over at my place. Fujini hands me the poster. It's probably some infamous idol or something. Let's see. Here we have a military-style guy with his thumbs up on a cheap-looking blue sky background. In letters like blood it reads, "Loves lovely Rangerland. Please join the South Defense Force." Hold on, this is an army recruitment poster. I don't want it, so you can have it. Whoa, I don't want this either. I wrote the poster and hit Fujini with it. Hehe, missed, but Fujini deflects my attack with a poster she had hid behind and counterattacks mercilessly. Bam! The poster slightly knocks my... Yeah, stars, I see stars. Don't imagine you can hit me with your skills. You need to practice more. And yeah, that's not the problem. What was that? Why does a poster make a crash like that? Could this be the skills of a master? Huh? Oh, sorry. This poster is the special first edition made from steel plate. Shiro, is your head alright? Special steel plate? Butini, your personality is going to kill someone one day. I'm not worried. Shiro would marry me if that happened. I completely refuse. I have no intention of marrying such a thoughtless killer. Hey, I don't think I'm that dangerous of a person. Hmm? I knew it, so it's true that people never know themselves. How true, how true. I'll have to watch out or I'll be killed. Maybe. Just keep saying that. Anyway, I'm hungry, Shiro. I've waited all this time, so let's have some dinner. Fujini stands up. How strange. Fujini's helping out, even if it's only setting up dishes. She must really be hungry. Okay then, you can get the dishes out. You can pour rice, right? I can. Hey Shiro, can I use a bowl? I guess so. Sakuya isn't coming today, so there'll be some left over anyway. Alright, I'll use the same for you then. Fujini pours rice into 2 bowls. Alright. Oh well, I was gonna have seconds anyway, and besides, if I argue with Fujini, she'll take my dinner away. And to add, chaotic dinners like this have become common scenes for many years now. Oh, it's over. The day ends. Finishing a rowdy dinner and seeing Fujini off, I take a bath. After that, I practice my daily routine in the shed. I complete it as usual and go to sleep. It is 1 in the morning. The day ends peacefully without any troubles. Huh, okay. Three, long day, long night. Okay. No! No! I don't care about fire. Save. Okay. Yeah, but that's it for this time, so bye-bye.